Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Scott Alderson, and today I'm doing something a little different. Oh, I got my hand in front of the camera. I'm going to be showing you some stuff I bought, some of the Humble Bundle stuff I bought from Fat Dragon Games. They had a Humble Bundle sale coming up here about 2 weeks ago, I think, is when it ended. And I should have made the video right away talking about it, but I didn't because I haven't really got around to printing everything out. But I did get some stuff printed out. I want to show you what it looks like, and we're going to go over some of the minis. Hopefully, I can get some good pictures so you can see the quality of them and what you think of them. I'm going to tell you what I think of it, and we're going to go over some of that. So I got some big minis and some little minis and a couple of dice towers. I'm working on the GM screen, so that's why I have the dice towers. But anyway, we're going to get to it right now. So sorry about the shaky screen. I'm holding my phone instead of normally using a tripod like I normally do. So here we go. We're going to look at the we get up there, and you can see some of the detail in those minis is really, really good. Like, nothing to be ashamed of. I think that I have pre-painted, base coated at least. I haven't finished painting them, but a couple of minis. But I wanted to show you the details here, if I can get up good enough here. You can see that they're not too bad. And these are most of these are two-part prints. You print the feet and then you print the body. Because, you know, if you have the dress, you can't, yeah. FDM printers have a heck of a time without sports. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, here's some mini monsters I printed. I printed some skeletons. I have not done any real cleanup on them. You can still see there's some lines of like stringing going on between the legs, which is pretty much printer settings on my side. You got the little skeletons. You got some goblins there. Let's see if we get a little closer to the goblin. Like I said, the details are kind of hard to see. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way they printed. We're going to move on to something a little bigger now, I think. Or maybe I'm going to show you some of the painted ones. I did 2 painted ones, though. And they are just base coated, so here we go. All right, there we go. We got 2 of the minis that I've already base coated. I have not fiddled with the details quite yet. But one is a serving lady, which is this one here. And then that is the graveyard guy, the mortician or whatever it is. Gravedigger, I believe, actually is what he is. You can see on the yellow, you can still see some of the print lines. On the black, the print lines kind of go away. It's kind of hard to tell. So we're going to move on to a bigger mini now. Never mind, we're not moving on to the bigger mini. We are going to move on to the Rust Monster. He's a one-piece print. Again, you can see he's kind of cool. And it does print out nice. This is a comparison to another mini that's a taller one. He's kind of a smaller mini, but for the most part, he's got pretty good detail. It looks pretty nice. And, you know, for tabletop ready, this guy will be fine once he's got a couple base coats on him and painted up a little bit. You're not going to care. This is just as good as pretty much any of the basic low-cost minis you can buy in your local game store. Like I sell some low-cost minis here. And the details are about the same. If not, even these might be just a little bit better. Even though they're not primed or anything like that. So yeah, we're going to move on to some of the bigger stuff that we've done. Here we've had 2 of the dice towers for the minis for the GM screen. As you can see, these printed out in 3 parts. It's the bottom part, which is here. Obviously, I haven't done the dice catcher yet, but I just want to show. Anyway, there's this part at the bottom, the middle, which has connecting things so you can connect the other parts of the GM screen, and then the top. I would recommend, they do recommend that you print them on like 10% infill. I did 15. I did the bottoms on 10, but they just felt a little light and a little squishy for me. Like if you push into here, everything feels a little squishy. And I did notice that it didn't print really great right here. Now, of course, these could be printer settings. So, but yeah, it's a little squishy in there. This is the one I printed at. You can hear it kind of squishing. That is the one I printed at 10%. The rest I printed at 15%, and it tightened them up pretty nice. It gives them a little more build volume, gives them a little more strength. It also makes it a little longer to print. But all in all, I think that is a really nice dice tower. And the dice roll out of it really smooth like. So I'll give you a second here, I'll show you. Anyway, yeah, so I got a couple dice here. And it just shoots them right out. So, yeah, critical fail though. So I guess maybe that's not a sign. Anyway, one more thing I'd like to show you. I printed out the, I still have a lot more to print from this set. Like I said, this set is huge. They had a lot of minis that came with this set. I haven't printed them all yet, but we're getting there. The next thing I want to show you is going to be the dragon. Now, he comes out in many, many, many parts. And I think to the point where I got him right now, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. But he has got some decent detail. There's nothing wrong with this boy. Let me see if I can get my camera up a little bit better here. Let's get some light on here. You can see the details on him are absolutely beautiful. The horns here at the head and top and bottom horns were separate. The head was separate. Then there was a neck piece that was separate. You can kind of see the line there. Let's flip it around here. The tail here was separate. And then, let's see here. I think that was all that was separate. I do have 2 wings to print. And then I have, these are the wing spikes. Oops, here we go. They go on the wings. I did have some problems printing one of the wings. I've tried to print one of the wings twice now, and I've had some problems, and I know it's probably just printer issues, of course. You can see there's some stringing in the mouth, which, like I said, I haven't cleaned any of these up yet. Just been doing it. But they fit really nice and tight. I did print one of the wings, as you can see, but the print fails right up in here. I don't know if it's because when it prints, maybe it's sitting here like this on the build plate, and then there's a couple supports that come up. But I think it wiggles a little bit. Or the nozzle will touch it a little bit, and then boom, and that's it. But when you fit them in here, I'll show you. You fit them in there. It fits in really nice and snug. So I think it'll be really awesome when I'm done. Anyhow, I just wanted to do a quick little video on the Fat Dragon Games stuff. I have not printed any of their dungeon stuff yet. Their walls or their cavern stuff or anything like that. I do plan on trying to print some of that out, so that'll probably be a future video release. For now, I just wanted to show you the minis, the dragon, the dice towers, and give you my overall opinion of what is going on. It's kind of hard to see. I should have maybe printed out in more color filament. I just happen to have black in my printer, so I thought let's just print it. All in all, I say the details in these minis are really, really decent for what you're doing. You know, FDM printers are not known for their fantastic detail on their minis, you know. But the way Fat Dragon Games had set these up and had designed these minis, I think they did a fantastic job on the minis. You know, you got butchers, you could tell what these guys do. Like, you know, when I show you the butcher, if he zooms in here, okay. Well, you kind of get, well, my big head's in the way, but you kind of see, anyway, let's see if we can do this. Let's see. Zoom in. You can see he's got the big butcher knife. Anyway, the butcher's there. You see he's got the big butcher knife, the big cleaver. The skeletons did really good. They got all the little spears and the bones and all that. You can see the bones are separated. I think it's fantastic. Like, if I print out 50 of these skeletons and throw them on the field, none of my players are going to be unhappy with the immersion level and the detail level of these skeletons. You know, these take about a half hour to print, at a decent quality, mind you. And they cost you maybe 2, 3 grams, 4 grams of filament. Some of the maybe the bigger one like this, like the butcher, he might have taken me 4, 3, somewhere in there. But most of them are pretty small, and they take about a half hour to print. So you can print these out pretty quick. If you print out a whole bunch of them at a time, if you trust your printer not to be a complete monster and eat them all, you could print out a whole pile of these without much effort at all. I am very happy. The dragon, like I showed you the dragon the best I could with what I have here right now at the time. He turned out absolutely phenomenal. Or is turning out phenomenal. Once I get the wings figured out, it'll be better. And I do, if I get the wings figured out, or when I get them figured out, I will show you a follow-up video to that. So anyway, that was a quick video on Fat Dragon Games and their files for the FDM printer. I am going to go ahead and purchase a bunch more of the monsters. I'm going to print I still have some I need to print out. I still need to print out the Ball of Angry Eyes or the Beholder, the Owl Bear, and some other ones. But then I'm going to go ahead and purchase up a whole bunch of the other ones because I think they're going to be great mini fodder, and they're quite a bit cheaper and much more accessible to get than waiting on stuff from the other companies, which are generally shipped in from overseas, and gets to be kind of a pain in the butt to get some of that stuff in sometimes. And not to mention, I'm a small game store. I don't have the buying power some of these big stores do. So the big store says they want 2 pallets of, minis from a popular brand. Well, then I don't get any because I may get some, but I may get like 1 copy of each or something like that. So anyway, enough of that. We're moving on. That's why I'm printing these minis out. I'm going to start printing these out in bulk. Just anytime I have a big print, every time I'm in between big prints and stuff like that. As you can see, I've done some big prints in the background, which we'll make a video on that sometime. Then I'm going to print out some minis from Fat Dragon Games. I'm extremely pleased with them, and I'm thankful that the company's around to design and come up with that, and I hope they keep doing it. Anyway, until next time, my name is Scott. You call me Guff. I'm signing off.